Hello, you silly goobers. Welcome back. Welcome back. Anywho, today, I wasn't thinking. I was actually, I don't know, looking up something and came across something called existential therapy. What a good idea. Now, to begin, if if you like movies, then check out I Heart Huckabees because that gets into the existential aspect of it. And it's just a fun movie. It has Marky Mark in it. But anywho, so existential therapy. What do you want to go getting into existential therapy for? Do you want to, I don't know, think about existence and stuff? Well, you don't have to go to therapy for that. You can just hang out and think about shit all on your lonesome. But it gets weird. You start encountering some odd shit, some peculiar stuff. But there's a big difference. So regular therapy is for, I know this is gonna sound strange, for you to, as you're working through issues, discuss it with another, and then they can say, "Oh no, that shit's crazy," or "Oh no, you's good. It happens to the best of us." Uh, which is important. But I think a lot of people may think that going to therapy is just going to magically make everything better. It does not. Because what it does is it forces you to think about shit you don't want to think about and then talk about it and express that shit. And it's always bad before it's good, like with most things. Especially, you ever worked out before? Have you? Have you really? Well, anyone who's worked out before knows that when you first go to the gym, you're just a big wad of bubblegum. And it sucks. You just got to be consistent with it. And at first, you're just tired and you're sore and you don't want to go. And you're not seeing any results. But you just keep going. And then one day you look in the mirror and like, hot damn, I didn't know there was muscles there. That's how it is. Anywho, existence is a lot deeper. Maybe not deeper. It's a lot more because with regular therapy, you may deal with loss, you may deal with grief, but it's kind of at an individual level. When you start getting to the macro and start looking at existence, you're going to be faced with a lot of things you don't want to face. Like good and evil. What constitutes good? What constitutes evil? Your place in the world. Now, typically, I'm just going to cut through and get to the end here. Typically, when you start looking at existential shit, that's what soldiers do. Doctors, law enforcement, medics, when you have to deal with death at a large scale. Loss at a large scale. Your homies getting shot in the face. Children dying. Children being slaughtered. A lot of stuff with, like, really negative unpleasantness with children. But you gotta confront that. What do you think about it? What does God think about it? What does the universe think about it? And a lot of uncomfortable notions to think about. Now, I'm not going to go and start telling you what to think. I would suggest read the Bible. Let's see. Well, read any spiritual philosophy because you certainly don't want to play around with these things. Philosophy is very dangerous. You can come to hell, you could come to the realization like, oh, I could just rape, pillage, and murder, and it's all great. And not have a problem with it. There are a lot of people that do. You'd be surprised at what you can justify to yourself. But Anyhow, if you have a solid foundation in self and a solid foundation in the world, especially when it comes to virtues, then yes, by all means. Also, during this process, paint, journal, do all the therapies that they say, work out, stretch, get your vitamins, paint, write, draw, build something. Because you're gonna want to, you're like, get your spiritual practices down, baths, put the salt in it, drink water. I don't know, shit like that. Uh, because you're gonna want something to process. You're gonna feel all icky and unpleasant after you start thinking about some of this shit, because it's gonna show you. Um, the universe or Father or Spirit, whatever, will show you what you asked for. The thing is, do you really want to see what He's gonna be showing you? Because a lot of these doors, once they're opened, they're opened. You can't unsee some of the unpleasantness of life. But I mean, it's all good. Like, just get through that. Demons can't fuck with you. You're like, once you get through that and you start going into the void, or as you clear your mind and there's nothingness, yes, there's some shit there that will try to fuck with you. I personally think it's core own. The adversary. We always talk about adversity. David Goggins talks about it all the time when he's on them long runs and stuff. But it's just easier to get to that point when you're physically maintaining, I guess, when you're at a physical, I don't know, running like 100 and something miles or whatever, like endurance type stuff. Then you really get to see what adversity is. Just trying to trick you, tell you to start, waxing the poetic about how soft your bed is. But anyway, so there's my thoughts on the existential therapy. Therapy is good too, but know that both of these can really fuck you up. Seriously, like, especially when people are telling you what to think, how to think. Oh, you're broken. Oh, there's something wrong with you. No, everything within us, both good and dark, is within us. Just the same as it is within everybody else. Anyone could be a serial killer. Anyone could do malicious, horrible things. It's a choice, like anything else. You don't have to do malicious, shitty things. It's a choice. But if you want to do some existential thinking, highly encourage it. Do some existential thinking. Be safe. Be cautious. But anywho, thank you for joining me. I'll see you next time.